Fine. Fine. What's good, Council of Comics? We're at the N Street Gallery in Newburgh. We Be Complicated, Dialogue of Black Artists. We're here to check everything out. So come on, let's go.
If you like this piece, it was created by Kalita Carrington.
Yeah, they're gonna see that in the video.
My sister. Okay, let's go.
It's like the brightest day. Where are the heroes? Soon as they get here, everything will be alright. I need a hero. Someone superhuman who can come and save my life. Crisis after crisis.
Welcome to Ann Street Gallery, which is a part of Safe Harbors of the Hudson, a housing and arts organization here in Newburgh, New York. And this is the opening reception, or the end of the opening reception for
Cause We Be Complicated, Dialogues of Black Artists.
I am a visual artist, graphic designer, and photographer here in the city of Newburgh, and this is one of my pieces.
The title of the exhibition is Cause We Be Complicated, Dialogues of Black Artists. And we came, this first was for February, the month of February, across the street at the Ads Gallery at 104 Ann Street.
My name is Stevenson Estimé, and I've been an artist for over 30 years. Went to Hunter for my master's degree in fine art, and now I have a studio up in the Hudson Valley, and I'm in this exhibition here called Cause We Be Complicated. This is my piece here. It's called In America. This is what I see. I see that in America there are these dualities. On the one side, you have Daffy Duck, who, when I was growing up as a kid, would get blasted in the face with a shotgun, whereas Bugs Bunny would be fine, privileged. And then at the same time in America, I see Disney, but then in the background, you also have the electric chair. So it's this play with imagery, this play with how to tell a story, this creolization of ideas. And done in a graphic way so that it lures you in. It shows you something that you might be familiar with, but then at the same time it starts to tell a story in the background. So that's what In America is about.
and we were offered the opportunity to move it here to a much larger gallery, which thrilled us, and we were able to add artists and more work and reinstall it in a completely different way. So even if you saw the original, it feels like it's a different experience coming in here. And you know, we're thrilled by the opportunity to keep this exhibit going because it's such an important one, we feel. And the response to it has been so exceptional. And you know, both the artists are just enamored of being in it, and the people who come to see it are very moved by the art, which is really high quality and also very poignant. It really has meaning for what has been going on for some time and what is issues today and what is really at the crux of conflicts that still persist in this culture about black culture, black art, black humanity.
Babylon. That's the name of this piece. And this piece, again, it's a creolization of different cultures. American culture, European culture, hip-hop culture. I like to appropriate and talk about these things that I perceive in my reality. The use of Nike and athletes, beats to help promote music. And then European culture that we've been so brainwashed with to believe that it's been upheld as a notion of beauty. I combine all these elements together to tell my story. My story, just like in hip-hop culture, sampling, taking little bits and pieces to tell what I perceive. And as you can see, the viewer can perceive and see what's going on here. I like to play with balance, symmetry, sense of movement. I'm also referencing that reference of graffiti with the drips of paint that you see in the background there. It's a mixed media collage where I blend and mix all these flavors together to tell a new story of what I perceive in my reality.
Just even one of the visitors when we were across the street, this one lady had done her graduate work in Florida, and she made the statement, the observation that this exhibition would be illegal now in the state of Florida. So we see it is critical that we continue to show all of our humanity and the nuances that are with each individual person. And you see that within the artist's work. You have to engage with the pieces. You can't just go by each one. You've got to spend time with it.
This piece right here is actually like a turbine. It generates power and it lights up. But of course you can see it was already lit up when it was stationary. But just the whole thing about it is, what it means is nothing happens without some type of movement, without some type of effort. You know. But then again, things can happen with no movement, no effort. You know, you can just gather dust and moss and you know, get really stagnant and stale, but not like this. Puzzle Piece Arts. Puzzle, P-E-A-C-E, Arts, Augusta D. Williams Jr. Look me up, AugustaDWilliamsJr.com, PuzzlePieceArts.com.
Hi, I'm Yvonne Lamar Rogers, mixed media artist, and I have been producing art for about 35 years now. This piece right here, called The Red Kite, is a mixed media work, and it tells a story about two sisters, an older sister and a younger sister, just out in an open area flying their kite. It's what I call black joy. Okay, so I have acrylic, watercolor, all types of materials are in here. Me being a mixed media artist, I incorporate a lot of different things. And it comes from my early experiences being raised from a seamstress. My mother was a seamstress, my grandmother was a quilter, and so using all those different materials, this is what I came up with. Okay?
We have three magazines, 3 graphic novels. You know what I mean? And this is Francois. Say hi, Francois. You know? You're Augusta. Yes, I'm Augusta D. Williams Jr. Yeah. There's The Walking Dead. There's Persepolis. Have you checked out Persepolis? No. It's about an Iranian girl during when they overthrew the Shah of Iran. You know, back in the early '80s, and her trials and tribulations growing up in Iran.
Persepolis?
Yeah.
That's a great
Persepolis. And the other one is a Northwestern comic book artist. Oh God, I forget his name. But what really intrigued me about his work is very graphic. And he's a wonderful artist. I love the way his characters look. And some of this, he expresses a lot of body parts. If you zoom in, you might see a couple. Not necessarily for the kids, but you know, nice old. And like I said, what I do is items that are going to be thrown away, destined for landfill, and I give them new purpose. That's like I look at myself. I'm a repurposed human being making art out of repurposed materials. You know what I mean? So that's what it's all about. Giving it a new life, a second chance, which I feel like I've gotten as well. And the way I started was getting mental health at the VA in Montrose, and I started working on all of my art through art therapy. That's how I started. I'm a United States Navy veteran, and art pretty much saved my life and my sanity. Yeah. Saved my life. Definitely.
Beautiful.
Thank you. Glad you like it. Thank you very much. Thank you.
It just seems to really go with
with my style, right?
Goodbye, Council of Comics. Thank you for having us. Come again.
Hi, Council of Comics. We're Karen Gersh
and Jonette O'Kelly Miller,
the co-curators of this exhibit, and we're so pleased to have you see us.
Like, subscribe, share, pass it along. Council of Comics.